Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful and mysterious characters in Honkai, Star Rail, Black Swan. With her incredible Do-T potential, Black Swan is a true force on the battlefield. In this video, we'll be breaking down her optimal build, how to maximize her abilities, and how her gameplay mechanics can dominate any fight. Ready? Let's get started.
What are you afraid of?
Black Swan is one of the strongest DOT units in the game. Her main focus is applying Arcana to enemies, stacking debuffs that progressively increase the damage dealt. The more Arcana stacks an enemy accumulates, the greater the damage they take, making Black Swan devastating in prolonged battles. But what exactly are Arcana and how do they work? Arcana is the core of Black Swan's gameplay. When Black Swan is on your team, every time an enemy suffers from a DOT effect, there's a chance to apply Arcana. Arcana is a unique debuff that deals wind damage at the start of each enemy's turn. But that's not all. Arcana also provides bonus effects depending on how many stacks have been accumulated on an enemy. But how does it work? When an enemy has 3 or more stacks of Arcana, the DOT damage spreads to adjacent enemies. Additionally, there's a chance to apply an extra stack of Arcana to nearby enemies. When an enemy accumulates 7 or more stacks, the Arcana DOT damage ignores a percentage of the enemy's defense, as well as the defense of nearby allies, making the damage even deadlier. However, it's important to note that at the start of each enemy's turn, Arcana stacks are reset to 1. So, managing the buildup of stacks efficiently is key to maximizing Black Swan's potential. Now let's dive into Black Swan's gameplay. Her abilities revolve around applying and managing Arcana, while maintaining high levels of DOT damage throughout the battle. Basic attack. Black Swan's basic attack can apply stacks of Arcana to enemies. If an enemy is already affected by DOTs like Wind Shear, Bleed, Burn, or Shock, there's a chance that an additional stack of Arcana will be applied. This makes her basic attack a powerful option, even during turns where she can't use her skill or ultimate. Skill. Black Swan's main skill deals wind damage to a single enemy and adjacent targets, with a high chance of applying Arcana and reducing the defense of the enemy's hit. After unlocking her Ascension 2 trace, this skill becomes even stronger, as it applies Arcana based on the DOTs already present on enemies, similar to how the basic attack works. Ultimate. Black Swan's ultimate is devastating. It applies Epiphany to all enemies for several turns, increasing the damage they receive during their turns. Additionally, if enemies are already afflicted by Arcana, they are treated as if they are suffering from multiple DOTs like Wind Shear, Bleed, Burn, and Shock. Moreover, for one turn, Arcana stacks won't reset. This makes her ultimate perfect for synergizing with heavy DOT teams, maximizing damage on multiple fronts. Technique. Before the battle begins, using Black Swan's technique gives you a chance to apply a stack of Arcana to each enemy. Each time a stack is applied, there's a chance the effect will repeat, although the probability decreases with each success. This can give you a strong advantage at the start of a fight, especially against large groups of enemies. Not only does Black Swan generate Arcana stacks herself, but allies can also contribute to stacking Arcana on enemies, especially those who apply DOTs like Bleed, Burn, Shock, or Wind Shear. This synergy makes Black Swan incredibly versatile, as a well-built team that focuses on debuffs and DOTs can significantly boost her damage potential. The more DOTs your team inflicts, the faster Arcana stacks accumulate, making Black Swan a lethal force in extended battles. Level up Black Swan's traces by prioritizing her talent first, followed by her skill and ultimate. The basic attack should be upgraded last. But before we continue, if you're enjoying the video and want to see more guides on Honkai, Star Rail, or other games, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That way, you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you find this guide helpful, don't forget to leave a like and let me know in the comments what you think, or if you have any questions about Black Swan's build. Now, Let's move on to light cones and see which options are the best for maximizing her potential in battle. Reforged Remembrance is considered the best light cone for Black Swan. This light cone allows her to easily stack profit every time she uses her ultimate, which greatly increases her effect hit rate, ATK, and even lets her ignore a portion of the enemy's defense. With these bonuses, it becomes easier to apply Arcana stacks and significantly boost the damage dealt to enemies. Eyes of the Prey is an excellent choice for Black Swan due to its bonuses to effect hit rate and increased DOT damage. This light cone enhances the damage inflicted by the Arcana debuff, making her abilities more effective over time and helping to build Arcana stacks more easily. Patience is All You Need is another great option, as it increases both Black Swan's damage output and her speed, allowing her to act more quickly in battle. It also grants access to Erode, another debuff that adds a lightning DOT, further boosting her impact on enemies. Those Many Springs is a solid choice if you want to increase Black Swan's effect hit rate and the damage enemies take. However, this option might slightly reduce Black Swan's personal damage, but it's useful in a team setup focused on debuffs and DOTs. Good Night and Sleep Well is an excellent 4-star option for Black Swan. This light cone provides a damage bonus for each debuff applied to the enemy, which synergizes perfectly with the Arcana stack mechanic and other DOT debuffs. It's a strong pick if you don't have access to a 5-star light cone. To maximize Black Swan's performance, it's essential to choose the right relics and ornaments that allow her to deal maximum DOT damage and apply Arcana stacks as efficiently as possible. Prisoner in Deep Confinement is considered the best set for Black Swan. As a DOT-focused unit, Black Swan greatly benefits from the Prisoner in Deep Confinement set's effect, which allows her to ignore enemy defense, significantly boosting her damage potential on targets afflicted with DOT. This set provides the best overall performance, especially in battles against bosses or enemies with high defense. A solid alternative can be 2-piece Prisoner in Deep Confinement plus 2-piece Eagle of Twilight Line. This is an excellent combination for those looking for a balance between DOT and pure wind damage. This build enhances Black Swan's wind damage while still maintaining the defense-ignoring bonus from the DOT set. Let's talk about planar ornaments. Pan-Cosmic Commercial Enterprise is perfect for Black Swan as it provides a bonus to effect hit rate and ATK. Increasing effect hit rate is crucial to ensure that her abilities regularly apply Arcana stacks, while the ATK buff makes her DOTs even more deadly. Firmament Frontline Glamour is another solid option, especially if you can maintain Black Swan's speed above 135 SPD. The set boosts her overall damage, making Black Swan a serious threat even against opponents that require high mobility or need to be quickly taken down. If you're in the early stages of the game, Space Sealing Station is a good temporary choice. It increases Black Swan's ATK and only requires 120 SPD to activate its effect, making it easier to manage while you work towards obtaining better sets. Once you've chosen the right relics and planar ornaments, it's crucial to focus on key stats to make Black Swan truly shine in battle. Let's break down the core stats to prioritize and how they enhance her role as a DOT unit. Effect hit rate is probably the most important stat for Black Swan. To fully activate the buff from her third bonus ability, you'll need at least 120% effect hit rate. This will ensure that her abilities successfully apply Arcana on enemies and significantly boost her DOT damage. If you have enough effect hit rate from the substats of your relics, you can opt for the Firmament Frontline Glamour set, which provides a damage increase with less need to invest further into effect hit rate. Black Swan's DOT scales mainly with her ATK, so it's crucial to reach at least 3000 ATK to maximize her damage output. If you have Ruin Mei on your team, you can focus even more on ATK percent by using an ATK percent sphere, as Ruin Mei already provides a significant damage buff for Black Swan. Speed, SPD, is another essential stat for Black Swan, as it allows her to take more turns per cycle. Having between 135 and 160 SPD is ideal to ensure she acts before enemies and teammates. If you have Kafka on your team, Make sure Black Swan's SPD is higher than Kafka's to optimize their synergy and make the most of their combined DOT effects. To fully unlock Black Swan's potential, it's essential to place her in a team built around DOT mechanics. With the right team, you can maximize the effectiveness of her abilities and Arcana effects, allowing you to devastate enemies with powerful DOT attacks. The optimal team composition for Black Swan focuses on enhancing DOT damage with the support of allies who utilize similar mechanics. Here's an example of the perfect team. Black Swan serves as the ideal sub-DPS, capable of applying stacks of Arcana and dealing devastating DOT with her abilities. Kafka is the perfect main DPS for a DOT-focused team, as she can trigger the DOT effects applied by Black Swan and amplify their effectiveness. Ruan Mei acts as the support, increasing break efficiency on enemies, prolonging the time they are affected by DOTs, and delaying their recovery. Huo provides the necessary healing support to keep the team alive, balancing the damage taken during tougher battles. If you don't have access to these characters for Black Swan's optimal team, there are solid alternatives. Alternative DPS or support options include Sampo or Luca, thanks to their ability to increase the DOT damage that enemies take. We've reached the end of the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or suggestions about Black Swan and the team, feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next videos. See you next time.